Good morning. Hot cup of coffee for a change. And very nice morning because I got some cool stuff to show you all. And hello, my fellow car modelers. I'm in a good mood, believe it or not. We got some cool aftermarket parts we want to show you guys today. This is some pretty neat stuff. Just let's get on with it. Alright, so we've got some Iceman Collection. I got a really cool thing I got from Joel this past weekend. Got some stuff that it's not necessarily new, but I didn't really know about it and just got a hold of this. This is really cool. And of course, our buddy Josh Reese from VCG Resins sent me a few items that are really super neat, but there's one thing in here. Josh, you and Chris, I have got a bone to pick with you. I'm none too happy about one of these items because you've just created more work for me, I'm afraid. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you for that. But let's start with, we'll take the 3D printed stuff out of the way. I want to show you guys this stuff. ConnKur Model Accessories, if you haven't heard of them. And they have been around. I actually had a nice conversation with Kurt Hebert. He is a buddy of my pal, Charlie from ProTech. Charlie was telling me about this guy, and I said, I gotta try this stuff out. Pre-wired distributors. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I am not a fan of pre-wired distributors. I usually don't like what they look like. I gotta say, I like what these look like. I know Charlie makes a kit, and basically what this is this is Charlie's ProTech kit, and what Kurt does is he assembles them and sells them to people. It's more like a service he's really providing. Yeah, see that? Look, he's got all this stuff from ProTech. Got everything you need to know. They are very good old friends. Kurt's been doing this a long time. And Charlie said, hey, you want to talk to my buddy? I said, absolutely. I'm always looking for cool items to show people. And wow, I just got this in the mail, and that's really cool looking. And I think I have a plan for this. This may be what's going to be going in my USAC build, my Hemi Dart. I believe they ran Excel stuff in that, and that's going to be my distributor. More than likely, I probably might just do it. Who knows? Kurt told me he makes different colors, as Charlie does too, because, again, if you want to just get the pre-wired distributor kit to put together yourself, you get it from Charlie or get all the parts, but, again, that's the service and the quality, excellent quality. Beautiful packaging. I need to learn something. His packaging is nicer than mine. Check out ConnKur Model Accessories. They're over there on the interwebs. You just look up ConnKur Model Accessories. And here's the magneto. Check that out. I have not built a model with a magneto on it with... I never ever, I don't think, and this makes me want to do one. And if you can see right there, look at that detail. Do you see that? It has the MSD on there, and I thought to myself, you know what? I could use a magneto because pretty soon here in the future, I see a sprint car model coming my way. I got that Billy Strange, that ex-sprint car race car driver. He's got me thinking about sprint cars again. He's another one I have an issue with because he keeps putting squirrels in my cage. This is great stuff. Go check it out. Excellent business, excellent person. You're not going to have any issues with it, and look at that quality. All right, let's move on over to Iceman Collections. Check this out. Joel asked me, hey, what kind of engine would you like? And I said, I want something different. And I looked on his website. He has a Tesla engine. This was cool. I have been wanting to do an electric powered something for a long time. My buddy Dave, the Don, he is scratch built. I've been wanting to show him this. As a matter of fact, when I got this at the meeting, I wanted to show this to Don, and I forgot to. But let's take a look at it while I tell you my endless stories. He built a couple of electrified race cars, really cool, unique, just to be different. And holy cow, he did an excellent job in scratch building the electric motor. And I used to work for a company that actually, we did some work with Teslas and electric cars and stuff. So I got to learn a lot about electric cars. And let's take a look. We have a couple pieces in my Transit that I broke off. There's the main body. And I can tell you, this is extremely accurate. I love it. It has the wiring, which is simple wiring. But it looks like how things fit together. Man, that's very cool. There's the other part of the body. Comes off pretty easy. I'm just take all this stuff off. We got this auxiliary battery, and we've got some inverters here, which is that's really cool. That's something I don't know if anybody would think of in the past. Let's see, we got everything off of that. This is like a neat option to play with your model car building. You want to do something unique. I know, kind of in the gearhead world that I'm very much a part of, and I love my loud V8 engines. These kind of get pooped on a bit, and honestly, if you ever drove a Tesla, you cannot step out of it and not be impressed. The torque and rate of speed in those things are absolutely terrifying and exhilarating at the same time. Take another cup of coffee here. It's something pretty cool. It really is. It's a cool innovation that's happening in the world. And I think there's a place for electric cars. We're decades away from them replacing. But I'm not going to get into that. It doesn't matter. I think it's a technology that needs to be worked on. And there's really cool stuff if you look it up. There's great companies like there's a guy out in Texas that's doing some amazing things with a 65 Mustang that's got an electric power in it. He's breaking records. The shop is called The Bloodshed. You can look that up. And there's a company out of California called EV West that has been building some really cool race cars and stuff. They've been racing at Pikes Peak and stuff with an electric motor, which is it's kind of what I'm thinking of, is one day doing a Pikes Peak car and using this electric motor. It looks pretty cool. Look at how it fits together. It is really neat. But nice having the inverters. Let's not be closed-minded, people. Don't worry about, they're very cool. I have my opinions I'm not going to get into here. Good and bad. They shouldn't be shoved down our throats yet. There's still a lot that needs to be done with the technology, but at a pure performance and hot rodding value of an electric motor going into a really cool old car or race car, I think is neat, and that's hot rodding. So there you go. There it is. Iceman Collections. That is a nice alternative to wanting to do something different with your model building. Electrify it. Ooh. Yeah, let's take a look. That'd be an auxiliary battery. Oh, look, no. I'm going to tell you, the way they did that, that's a good storage battery right there. That is really how they are. Because this is kind of interesting. I'm kind of going to go off on this, give you a little learning about how these things work. The lithium batteries that are used lots of times, because this is totally designed to be probably a retrofit into a race car or something like that. You're not going to be building a model of a Tesla or a production model. These are, it's been a long time, but I want to say they're sheets. And inside those is a bunch of those, those little lithium batteries that we see, that, like, especially if you vape, those battery-shaped batteries, they are lined up in these sheets and they're slid in like files. into a battery unit, and they're all connected, and there's usually, which it looks like it is, you could run here, that might be representing right here, there's usually a cooling system. If you've ever looked under the hood of a Tesla, you'll notice there is a radiator that has green coolant in it. Well, they don't have an engine that needs to be cooled down. That coolant is for the batteries, so they don't explode.
Wait, what?
Because we know about lithium batteries. And that is a really cool add-on feature to this motor. I did not expect that. That is very cool. And you could do some really trick detail. Just look up, electric race cars and stuff, and look at the cool work you can do in detail with wires even and stuff, and the inverters and the batteries, and you can make those things look pretty trick. And last, let's look at VCG Resins. I got a little goodie package from my buddy Josh Reese, and man, check that out. Some cool stuff. There's some interesting things in here that actually is going to work really nice for my upcoming USAC build of my Hemi Dart. And but this is where I have an issue, and I'm going to take this moment to have a little heart-to-heart with my buddy Josh for sending these to me. You, such and such and so, you just created me to want to open the trunk on my USAC just because of that. Because that is totally the correct battery for an LO23 Hemi Dart back in the day. That battery right there is what a Hemi Dart would come with. Take a look at that. See that? Beautiful design by Chris Bell. Look at the texture in that. That's really awesome. That is super cool. And we got a couple other ones. And it really is ticking. Look at that. Holy cow. Yeah, these are old classic batteries. That would be like really cool to put in an old truck. Look at that. What is that? Can you see what that says? I can't. I'm too blind, but it looks like, oh, that's a Mopar one. That would probably work in the Dart too. It depends. And we got a little tiny one. I have no idea. In the comments below, tell me what you think this is. I'm not sure what it is, but that looks like something cool that will go into something. That's definitely good stuff to have. Josh, yes, we're still friends, but yeah, I got a little bit of an issue with you sending these to me because now I'm going to open up that trunk, I'm thinking. And you just added a month or two to my build. No. That's really awesome. That's super cool stuff. I was very curious about those batteries. Thank you very much for sending those to me. Those are neat. You guys got to check that stuff out. Look at Mopar. It's all Mopar stuff. So Mopar battery pack. That is a neat design by Chris and Josh. That guy, great printer. Here's another item that I think is going to go into my tachometer pack. These look like old sun gauge type things, but I love how you fit the attachment ring right there. These look like old style. Yeah, you can see look at on the back right there. I'm going to pull one out here in a minute, but look at that, where your cable. So these would be like cable run tachometers that were very, very popular in the 70s, but it says modern. So there. But this is an old design that was super popular back in the early mid 70s in the drag cars, that Ron Mancini, which for those of you who watched the video, I have been schooled. Gratiot. That's what that says. Gratiot Auto Supply. So my Gratiot Auto Supply Ron Mancini Superstock A Hemi Dart. I'm going to use one of these tacks right here. It's perfect for that. I'll probably use this one. It looks like an old Sun. It doesn't have the shifter light like some of them here have shifter lights and tattletale buttons and things. Those are probably a little more modern. Look at it. Holy cow, look at this one. Wow, this is delicate. This one just, it has a mount. Oh, I got something for that. Look at, well, I got to get it in the screen. Jeez, look at that. Look at that detail. Do you see the connecting wire to the shift light? Can you see that? Holy mackerel. Man, what a time to be in the hobby. And then look at the detail of that ring there, the mount ring. I'm going to be using that and this one here. I'll dress it up like an old Suntac. That's going to go in my dart. Definitely. We got some cool chain shifters. I love their shifters. Their shifters are just awesome. Josh is just pounding out these shifters. They're awesome. Some nice valve covers. These are old Oldsmobile valve covers. How interesting. Finned Oldsmobile. I've got an Oldsmobile project I'm going to jump back on, and that might be, because there's just not a lot out there to dress up your Oldsmobile engines, and that might be the valve covers I use. And check out this Hurst pistol grip shifter, which I gotta look. It's not really the correct shifter for my USAC build. I need a Hurst, hint, 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 hint. I need a Hurst shifter, but I need one of those old 4-speed reverse lockout shifters, man, that were really popular back in the day. These are really cool. Even though it's a Mopar, this will look, you got 2 different positions you can have your shifter in. How brilliant is that? That boot is amazing. And then you've got 2 pistol grips, which I'm sure I got a project for one of these, definitely, because look, it even has, holy cow, can you see the little holes in, it has the little holes, the bolt holes, but let me see if I can get that. You slide that in there, and you got yourself your pistol grip shifter. That's probably incorrect right there. I got it backwards. Let's flip that around. Yeah, it would be like this. Look at that. That's awesome. That's really cool. I actually have a Challenger. I'm going to put that in. That is way too cool. I'll probably let's put the other one together. I'll probably use this one. I like the detail in this. This would probably be the shifter I will put in that Challenger right there. That's going in my Challenger that I did the video right here, that I was putting in the mini tubs to put really wide tires in kind of a really cool lowered canyon carver type car. Also the Oldsmobile, that's cool. Yeah, that's going to be going Fenton headers. Yeah, that's old school. I'm very curious about that. I want to hear some opinions about that. What would be a great application? That looks like street rod, like the 29 or the 30 Ford with an Oldsmobile engine in it. This is great stuff. Anyways, this video is me babbling more because I am on sleep deprivation right now, and my coffee is getting cold because I've been gabbing for 22 minutes. Heck, man, I just wanted to bring some cool stuff I just recently got to you people, because I know if you're watching this, you love aftermarket stuff to pretty up your models and make them that much more than just out of the box. And that's okay, because, well, it's all about the model cars. And we build model cars. And we build model cars for one reason, and one reason only, because they are fun. So much fun that you got cool companies like VCG Resins by Reese, and we've got ConnKur Model Accessories, and we got the great Iceman Collections. Just a couple of those companies that what I love about these guys is they are pure hobbyists that have taken a shot at making a business, and that's always a scary thing, taking your hobby and making a business. And it can be great or it can be an absolute tragedy, and these guys have conquered it. And I gotta say, I humbly say I'm one of them. What I'm doing, I can tell you, it's a lot of hard work, and it's slightly scary. These are my heroes right here, these guys. So I have immense respect for these guys. I love pushing their product, and I will continue to do that. And there's many others. You're going to see a lot more of these shows where I'm pushing aftermarket product. So everybody, take care of yourselves. Be nice to one another. Build model cars because they're fun. Okay, now it's time for the frickin' producers.